Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time for a little Saturday morning React-TOONS featuring Robotech, specifically episode 44, The Trap. Boy, that sounds positive. Nothing to it but to do it, friends. First, though, if you could help me out and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with some Saturday morning React-TOONS. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to see the conclusion of this battle that began in Prelude to Battle, episode 43, as we watch episode 44 of Robotech, The Trap. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction, and away we go! Fanfare! It's a terrible one. My voice like literally broke in the middle of that. Oh my God, why did I ever start that? All right, friends that are watching this, I've always asked the question about who your favorite character is. And so let's take Dana off the table right now. Let's take Dana off the table. Any other member of the 15th, any of the high command. I mean, honestly, any of the masters too. We've only had one person appear so far, but obviously don't spoil anything if there's a character that hasn't appeared yet. But as of right now, through 43, 44, who is your favorite character? What character's story maybe do you like the most so far? Yeah, I'm very intrigued by a lot of them, but if I had to make a kind of a throw my hat in the ring with somebody right now, I think I'm going Angelo. I really like Angelo, the cut of his jib. He's sort of like a Dr. McCoy from Star Trek. He's a contrarian, but by God, he's fearless. And I'm starting to really enjoy that trope of character. So Angelo's who I'm going with, friends. Who are you going with? Oh my God. I can't believe we're on episode 44. Holy hell. Oh, nice shoot. Is that Crystal? That looked like Crystal's ship. That was cool. Crystal was up there too for me for Angelo, so.
Take your leave.
That was our first shot of the Masters. Whew. Nice shooting. Whoa.
Angelo, get him!
Yeah. Nice shooting. Get him up and get him in one of the hover tanks.
I hope the patrol is successful on its mission. It would be ironic to have to sit here and watch them fail.
Ironic? It would be horrific.
Still, it's far too dangerous to leave you here by yourself, so I think you'd better stay here with him, Private Jordan. What?
Jordan. How about taking him out of the ship?
So far, everything seems to be going well. I just wish their helmet monitors could see around corners.
Oh, that'd be nice.
All clear ahead, Lieutenant. This is turning out to be a lot easier than I thought.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's jinx ourselves.
Angelo, take half the squad down the left corridor. Corporal Nichols and I will take the right. We'll rendezvous back here in exactly 2 hours.
That seems like too long, and you never split the party. I mean, what are you going to do if you hit another split? Are you going to continue to split the tanks up? That's like the most inefficient door ever.
Oh, no, not again. No.
Yeah.
Hey!
Bowie, what is it?
Just my imagination, I guess.
What did you see?
Did you get a load of the size of this place? Hold it down, Private. Stay alert.
You have to assume they're watching you.
All right, that's enough small talk. We have a job to do, remember? First, we'd better scout around and get our bearings.
Why the hell would you be out of the tank?
Private Road has disappeared. Huh? What? Well, don't just stand there. Spread out. He was here just a second ago. Right next to me. Hey, roll!
Oh my God, this is like Batman.
This is Lieutenant Sterling calling Sergeant Dante. Over.
I haven't been able to raise him either, Lieutenant. Do you think we should go look for him?
They're jamming you.
Bossy behind us. We're being boxed in like rats in a trap.
Full power. Hit it.
Woo! I mean, this is a segmented hallway. You're gonna run into a door at some point. Yeah.
Don't panic. Louis, our situation.
Can't get through.
What do you think they'll do?
Your guess is as good as mine. We'll just have to wait and see.
What would we do?
I can't raise headquarters on any of the channels. Even my optic sensor is out. I can't understand it.
You're being jammed.
That wasn't so tough.
What does a hole lead to, Lieutenant?
Yeah, that's the thing.
But at least we're out of the trap.
Or you're moving into it. This Batman guy in the pumps that's going around.
Hey, Lieutenant, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to pinpoint. It's all around us.
Whoever considers that music has to be pretty weird.
Is it hypnotizing you? I wouldn't listen to it.
The sound is loudest right near the air duct.
Yeah.
You sure it isn't just faulty plumbing?
What?
Lieutenant, should we follow? Whoa!
Louie, someone grab Louie.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Look at that. It's incredible.
I think I'm gonna be sick too.
What is it?
Spare parts of androids.
Oh, of androids. Okay.
I've never seen anything so gruesome.
Well, if it's androids, I mean, we're all right. It's not like...
Texture is. It isn't cold or metallic like our old cyborgs. It appears they've come up with a...
Oh, for God's sakes.
We have to move on. Hurry up.
Where's Bowie?
He's right. Oh no!
He was here just a minute ago.
Come on, we'd better go find him.
Oh, boy. They're in deep shit, man. Okay, so this is Bowie.
Huh? There's that music again.
I actually like Bowie's gun. Everybody else has kind of like that long... Maybe... Does it retract?
I feel like it's pulling me in this direction. Now keep your wits about you, Bowie. Stay alert.
Oh, boy.
Another long hallway.
I mean, this one looks way different than the other ones you've been in, though. I'm gonna stick with that shot, I guess.
What?
Well, hello. Playing the harp, eh?
Oh!
Well, she's scared, right?
Believe me, you have nothing to fear from me. I want to compliment you on your playing. I'm a musician myself. So you see, we have something in common.
She's terrified, bud. You don't know what she thinks of humans.
Look. There. How's that, huh?
Can she understand him, though?
You know, you keep reminding me of a date I had in high school. I guess you don't understand a word I'm saying. What'll I do now,
Just keep being non-threatening.
I was forgetting about music being the universal language. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah, play. I like this. He finds a musician. I like that.
And you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
She understood that.
If you make one more move, it'll be your last. You're coming with us now, both of you.
Both of you? What did she do?
All right, Earthman, you heard me. Come along quietly now. No. Don't worry.
Careful, Bowie. I mean, it's a good move, Bowie.
Okay now, don't worry, those two won't bother you anymore.
Yeah, but they're like her friends that you just gunned down.
Afraid of me? I saved you from those two, didn't I? Doesn't that prove I'm your friend? It's all over now. Stop crying.
He's up. Bowie, he's up.
Oh, wait! Easy, I've got you. You tried to warn me, didn't you?
Was that her leg?
Huh? Hey, wait! Don't go!
Guess not. I thought it looked like her leg, like her calf had been hit, but...
Well, that's better. No, don't run off again. Come back.
These are different. These are different.
Take it easy. You shouldn't be running on that wounded leg. Huh?
Okay, so she did get hit in the leg. Okay.
Now what?
You're gonna see her.
Lieutenant Sterling!
Hey!
Yahoo!
Here we go. You know what? We've learned enough. Let's get out of here.
From what you say, my guess is she's a clone.
Well, I guess she could be, but she was really beautiful.
I mean, being a clone doesn't mean you can't be beautiful, right?
So don't be lulled by this quiet. If they catch us napping, they can close in on us. Like this.
Cool cut.
With the ground forces suffering heavy losses, a growing concern begins to surface at Earth Defense Headquarters.
They're going to have to pull back before they're out.
Let's don't give up on Lieutenant Sterling yet, Colonel. She won't give up until she succeeded in her mission.
Or everyone's dead. There's always that option.
Intelligence says these people are all clones of the original Robotech masters.
I just saw that girl.
Are you sure she's the one?
I'm positive. She's one of a kind. I'd know her any...
Well, look for the one with the hurt leg.
What do we do, Lieutenant? Shoot it out?
No. If we fire into that crowd, we could injure innocent people.
Yep.
Bowie, will you snap out of it? Tell your girlfriends goodbye.
What?
Tell your girlfriends goodbye.
Stay behind cover. Don't try to return fire. They've got us outnumbered.
Get back to the tanks, Angelo.
Looks like we've come to the end of the road this time.
Ah, come on.
How much farther to the rendezvous point?
It should be just ahead.
Hey, come back!
The first two groups have joined. We'll wait until we have them all together.
It sounded like Bretai.
That's right, Lieutenant. They must have been avoiding us for some reason.
Ah, the third group is approaching now.
I can't believe we got away so easy.
Yep, they're getting y'all together.
Spring the trap.
Huh? What's going on?
Everybody get in your tanks. Holy shit.
Almost an hour overdue. I'm afraid the situation looks pretty hopeless, sir. Shall we send another team in?
No.
What's that rotten smell?
I've pulled enough KP in my time to recognize that smell anywhere, sir. It's garbage.
Yeah, trash.
Hey, I think this must be a garbage compactor, and we're about to be compacted with it.
My calculation of the rate of descent gives us about 48 seconds.
Nice, Louis.
Corporal, now how about calculating a way for us to avoid it? How are we gonna get out of here?
I'm curious about that myself.
Where are your tanks?
All right, everybody, stand back. I'm gonna blast us out of here with the laser cannon.
Yeah, let's do that.
Walls are laser resistant, Lieutenant. I really don't think it would be such a good idea to fire that weapon.
If you can think of a better idea in the next 10 seconds, let me know.
I mean, transform and try to hold it up. Oh my god, I thought they were gonna kill Phillips. Dana?
Ah, over here, Bowie!
Oh no! It looks like Lieutenant Sterling took a direct hit.
Don't tell me that. It can't be.
Well, Angela, that means you're in charge.
Anybody?
Ah!
I knew it would work. See? The floor wasn't laser resistant.
Oh. You had no idea that was gonna happen, Dana, but I'll go with you.
Everybody stay alert. I have that funny feeling again that we're being watched.
Keep that feeling. You're definitely being watched.
Concentrate on accomplishing our mission.
Lieutenant, look out behind you!
Damn, a lot of close calls here.
All right, move out.
And everybody had better stay together this time.
Stop that. Block all exits. They must not get away.
Oh, look how it spun up.
Get ready. It looks like we're gonna have to fight our way out.
The enemy is approaching. All sentries.
Uh-oh.
Evasive maneuver. Stay cool.
Now, we did not see a clone of that guy.
There's another one up ahead. He's got the exit blocked.
Go through him.
Oh no, it's Simon and Jordan.
Are they dead?
It's too late to do anything for them.
What?
You can't take him alone. He's too big.
He's no bigger than my fat boy. And remember, the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Okay, so were Simon and Jordan dead? They didn't look dead.
That's it for you.
It's like a Roman Reigns spear. Ooh, ah.
Present for you, General. Lieutenant Sterling has captured one of the
Ah,
Robotic
cool.
androids.
Cool, went to the sketch. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the 44th episode of Robotech entitled The Trap, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching episode 44 of Robotech, The Trap. Okay, so this was really a continuation off of Prelude to Battle. You know, it was definitely a two-parter. I enjoyed it. Again, I can see, you know, the splitting of the party, you know, having these different, you know, kind of groups could then continue to split and get kind of drawn off and and whatnot. I mean, it was a way to kind of get into the mindset of each of the individual kind of leaders of the group, whether it be like Angelo and Phillips and Dana, obviously, but also Bowie and Louis too, who aren't like squad leaders, like presumably inside of the group. But we were able to see how each of them kind of progressed into their mission parts and how they performed under the stress. I think it was awesome that Phillips really didn't run into anything. He's like, this is so boring, and it was, basically he drew the side of the straw that the Robotech masters were probably like, yeah, this door doesn't have anything behind it. And the other two were like definite, one we had an ambush with Angelo, and the other one was like more of a Batman kind of, there used to be a mode in the Arkham Asylum video games for Batman, and I think it was called Predator mode, something like that, where it was you were tasked with taking out like you as Batman were tasked as taking out like crooks and members of Joker's gang and stuff like that in a quiet way. It was you could zip down out of the shadows and kind of tie them up and throw them up, into just kind of like Batman does in the movies, where the crooks don't know where he's coming from, and there's five and there's four of them, there's three and there's two, as Batman's like systematically kind of picking them off. So we had that kind of going on, and again, Bowie's misstep cost him to be separated from everybody. But I think the most important information that we received in this whole thing didn't come necessarily from the 15th. It came from Bowie's excursion or kind of separation from the 15th into the deeper parts. What you could only assume would be like their Macross City inside of this, where you had all of like, I don't want to say it's residential because you don't know what these clones are really up to, but it certainly didn't seem like they were, there was an active battle going on outside of this ship. I mean, the forces of Earth were attacking the ship. We had the 15th that is an incursionary force inside the ship. However, these clones that Bowie came across, none of them seemed like dressed for battle. None of them seemed like they were actively participating in some defense of the ship or like at computer stations. They seemed to be milling about, I mean, the one was playing what looked like a harp. Now, of course, it could be explained later, that's not a harp, that's a communications device or something, which would change all of this theory. But the big thing here is that, if we're to see and believe what we see, then it looks as if these groups of clones that they, I mean, again, I think I remember a couple of you saying that there's definite leaps of logic where they being the humans, Dana, that the 15th, they come up with the correct answer that is so specific that you're like, how in the hell did you know that? And I saw evidence of that too, where Dana looks around and she goes, why? But just by looking around, all these people were clones, probably of the original Robotech masters. How do you know that, right? How is that even possible? Like, how could you make it that logic leap of, in your theory? But, again, that gives us a lot more information about both the Robotech masters and the units that we could potentially fight. You know what I mean? Also, you start to see that the potential for relationship between Bowie and the harp player. You get to see the potential for relationship if we're kind of playing on a theme that we had before with Max and Miria, with Dana and the red ace, the purple-haired guy. So there's definite potential for that type of story to be told again, but perhaps in a different way. But I really like that because now that it begs the question about like what exactly are the we know that the masters are here for protoculture and trying to recapture essentially the bones of the SDF-1. But the cloning that goes on in there, in Sentinels, and actually I think, we saw a little bit of this kind of in the transition Dana story. And the flashes of the Robotech masters that they added to the end of Macross. We see that there are usually like a trio of Robotech masters, and there's ones at various ages. Like there's kind of almost like an ancient trio, like a middle-aged trio, and like a young trio. And then there's different trios everywhere, and they seem to kind of default to both age and wisdom and use these like command groups for different things. I'm totally speculating because we haven't really seen it in action. We've only seen these three like middle-aged masters kind of controlling things in this particular moment of the trap. But again, it's just we're learning more about the masters and about how they tick. And we desperately need that going forward because, you need to be able to understand the motivations of the enemy. And now's about the time to do it. You know what I mean? Because we're at episode 44. We're 7 into it essentially. So you need to be able to kind of at least get a hint or a feel for what the enemy is up to. You don't want to reveal their complete strategy or reveal like the potential for maybe being friends with them, or that they're not really that bad, or that they have a motivations that maybe actually coincide with Earth's. There's the possibility for an alliance. You don't want to get that far into everything this early, but you do need to start giving some type of either a face to the enemy or the motivations of the enemy. And at this point, it goes two ways because the creatives that are in charge of a situation like this, once you start to reveal the enemy, then you reveal what the true intent of the enemy is. Or you don't. You want to mask the true intent. And by that, I mean, like, say that you have an enemy in the Robotech Masters that as the creative is definitely more in line with what, they're with proper diplomacy, things would work out. Things we could actually have a discussion and those things are not as bad as they seem. If that's what the Robotech Masters are, but you can't let the humans know that yet because you've got a couple dozen more episodes to tell where there's conflict and things like that. You can't start showing them that. The creatives can't show the other side, Dana, anybody that's on the Earth. They can't witness like the passive or the potential for peace between the two. They can't know that yet, but we can as the audience. So if they decide that they want to portray the true Robotech Masters and like the clones and everything, they'll start showing us these bits of humanity. And I use humanity as just similarities and a peaceful type of coexistence. But if they want to keep them more raw and visceral and more the other and more the enemy, then we don't see that many of those scenes. We're not sure what the clones are to them. Are they like almost like a slave race? Do they just do work for them? Are they there for their entertainment? Are they prisoners? Are they treated as are they first or second class citizens? Are they even considered citizens? All of these things start playing into, as we learn with the 15th and we learn with the humans, what's really going on inside that ship. And again, this is the direction that I'm really interested to see the creatives for Southern Cross take. Do they show us more of the humanity and then kind of leave the 15th and everybody else in the dark, so we start having conflicts like, oh no, don't shoot them, they're that's the guy that was doing something nice that we saw earlier but they don't know about? That's an interesting path to take. And Robotech does that. Robotech allows you to start caring about the enemy, like we did with the Zentradi, to the point where you're like, man, we should really be talking this out. And I think that we have a similar type of conflict brewing here, an audience conflict brewing here. And I couldn't be here. I mean, I love to see that. Especially with this more, like I said, gritty and grimy, down in the dirt type of war. It's interesting, friends. But, we'll have to wait and see how the creatives decide to develop it. But so far, friends, this has been an absolutely fun ride that has been surprising, to say the least. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted next time we go live with Robotech or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then and this is now, and unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye from Robotech. But where should we say goodbye from this episode? As is customary here, whenever we watch an episode, we are a part of it. We are the Greek chorus. We are the audience. So where are we when this episode ends, or where from this episode do we say goodbye from? And so I say this, friends, we're hidden. We've lost our hover tanks and we were separated from the 15th, and there's definitely some commotion going on, but we've made it into this living area where we see a lot of people that look a lot alike, spread over. We see 6 different faces, but we see 30 different people, that type of thing. And as we're looking, what do they do? Do they act hostile? Do they act friendly? Do they act like us? Can't answer that now, friends, but maybe the next episode will give us some insight into what exactly is going on. Until we meet for that one, friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.